Is anybody watching?
We can.
Yes, there's two people watching.
Okay, thank you all in the gallery and online for joining us for the October 26, 2022 citation enforcement hearing.
Good afternoon. Hey, Josh.
That's where that's going.
I'm Attorney Gary Overs. I'll be the hearing officer today. To my right is Tammy Maldonado, the zoning enforcement officer, just joining us. To her right is Josh Nagareta, land use technician, and to his right is Michelle Injuski, who's a senior planner representing the senior city of Norwalk. When I call your matter, you will take a seat at the table or we'll talk to you over Zoom. Procedure is, Josh, I think you need to translate some of what I'm saying.
Yeah. You want to translate that?
Well, they're sitting here not knowing what's going on.
I think she's.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's,
She doesn't understand. I mean.
yeah, but
Well, when I call her matter, she can come to the table.
cuando le llamemos la dirección puede acercarse a la mesa.
Ah, ¿me puedo acercar ahí?
Ahora cuando digas la dirección, su dirección,
Ah, bueno.
¿ok? No sé en qué orden de la lista está. Alguien me entienda. ¿Cuál era su dirección?
150, la Saúl.
¿150 qué?
Saúl Street.
150 South Street, you said?
Let me just finish here and we'll get to that. Just so everybody knows, the procedure is the city presents its findings. Then you will have your opportunity to be heard. Anybody else who wants to speak, I'll listen to, and then we'll try to reach a solution that satisfies everyone. And if not, I'll make a decision that may not satisfy anyone. If you have any questions, you can bring them to my attention when I call your matter. Okay, who's first here? No, I'm gonna go with Josh, so he doesn't have to sit here. So whoever needs Josh will go first.
Alright, so that's gonna be. This is item 150 South Main Street.
150 South Main Street.
Sí, oye.
Podemos hacer el primero tuyo.
Gracias.
Number
People
2.
see want me to share.
Have a seat.
Acá. Thank you. ¿Se me dice cuándo puedo?
State your name.
Diga su nombre.
María Vázquez. María Vázquez.
Got them on there.
So Hector Vasquez.
Ajá.
Okay.
Héctor Vázquez.
Okay, raise your right hand, please.
Levante su mano derecha, por favor.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Jura decir toda la verdad.
Say it out loud.
Jura.
We're making a record, I need it out loud.
Tiene que decirlo fuerte para que se escuche.
Juro decir la verdad.
Gracias. Okay. Right now, city's gonna tell me what they got here. Why we're.
Here's the previous decision.
Okay.
Would you like the staff memo and then the presentation or the presentation and then the staff?
Let's see if we need to shed his notice, okay. Let me see your memo. So I know where we are. And then show me why we're here. For the last time we were here. Violation must be converted while underway, continued. All right, let's see what's going on. Where are we now since last time?
I borrow that back. That's really fine. One more time. Okay. So can we bring up the presentation? Sure. And generally, is John recap the entire presentation?
He shows us where we were and what has happened
That should
since.
be at the, okay. This one?
Whatever happens.
Yeah, I think that's the address.
Okay, so this was the original decision form from the hearing that they last attended, that this item was last on August 30th. We can keep scrolling. This was the,
I think that's where he typically writes need progress. Perfect.
yes, so that is the findings, and then they were scheduled to be on October 12th, which was canceled and rescheduled to today, October 26th. So we can scroll along. This is the notice of constable service that was recently sent to notify the applicant of, or the homeowner of this hearing date. And if you continue on, I do have the notice from Constable Bondi that he delivered that notice of this date by hand delivery. Then did we issue that at the bottom?
Looks like August.
No.
September.
So
So Ms. Vasquez, you got this notice, right?
¿Recibió esta notificación?
Got the notice to be here today.
De más que sí, sí, no,
You don't have to prove it to me, I'm just asking.
la notificación.
Recibió la notificación cuando vino hace 2 semanas, ¿no? Cuando las 2 que se cancelaron anteriores, usted ya había recibido la notificación.
Esta la última. La última que recibí.
Yeah, is that
that's
Okay.
it.
just a different format?
Pero como
This
no,
is what he's saying he gave her.
como no inglés, no.
Okay,
Bueno, no, pero usted está presente, así que no hay ningún
Sí.
problema.
Ah, bueno.
Eso es solo una formalidad para tener registro de que usted recibió la notificación.
Perfecto.
okay, we have notice, we can move on.
Okay, so looks like the zoning permit was issued, and then looks like the building permit was issued as well. We had a deadline, which is passed, of October 12th.
That was because of the cancellation, right?
Yeah, but I think it meant to do the work by October 12th
Well, we
So-
have progress.
or some,
Seems like we have progress, right? She got their building permit.
she applied, got both zoning and building.
Right.
Building
And
was.
she wants more
in
time.
September. Yeah,
Complete the work needed. These nice and everything.
what do we have beyond that, Michelle?
How much
That's it.
time you need? The next step. What's next?
¿En qué instancia está el proyecto? ¿A cuánto está de terminar la construcción o lo que sea que está haciendo en la propiedad? ¿Cuánto tiempo más piensa que necesita para terminar el proyecto?
Ah, eso vine. Si puedo,
Sí, cómo no.
antes de comenzar a hablar de esto, yo necesito mostrarle un papel. Sí,
Sí, cómo
se
no.
puede.
Sí,
Antes de empezar, quiero que él vea esto.
you
Porque
said
mi
that she
esposo
wants
no
to
está
show us the
presente.
document.
Mi esposo no está presente.
So I asked her what was the status of the project, and she said that before speaking about that, she wanted to show us that document, that I'm not sure what it is.
Lo que le quiero decir es que yo no tengo recursos.
Petition
Yo estoy
for,
desamparada en todo y por todo. No tengo con qué pagar esos que acepto.
O sea
Que-
que el
que está muy bien.
inconveniente, la condicionante en este
Es-
momento es económico.
Bastante.
Okay. He's saying the issue right now, it's economic limitation to finish the project.
what's the story with Hector? He's being conserved?
Ujú.
And who's the conservator? Is that you?
¿Quién es la cuidadora asignada de su marido? ¿O usted o alguien de
Yo estoy
asignado?
sola porque él está en el hospital todavía.
So she's saying that he's still in the hospital.
Ya él me lo pueden entregar, pero ya discapacitado para hacer cualquier cosa. Ahí lo dice todo.
So she's saying that they are ready to release him, but supposedly he's totally incapacitated.
Y con lo que yo pagaba los impuestos de acá, eran los arrenditos, porque la deuda que digo él es demasiado alta.
¿De
Se está
impuestos?
pagando. No, de impuestos no, eso es fiable.
Ah, de otras cosas.
Sí, de otras cosas. Ayer es.
Ah, ok, de impuestos federales.
federales
Okay.
que se están pagando también.
Can we get these copied so we have them on record?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, continue with that, Josh.
Yeah.
Yo no hablo español.
No, I wish.
Y tiene cari también.
Tiene su copia original.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Eso lo puedo votar también.
No, es mejor téngalo, no tire nada por las dudas.
Assuming the city has no objection, and witnesses full exhibits for the record.
That's fine.
Okay, now. Hector, your husband,
Héctor es su marido.
Sí, mi esposo.
so now, what is the safety, what's going on? Is a continuance going to affect anybody's safety or well-being?
I don't believe so. There's no indication. of that.
So I don't know where we're gonna go because you're telling me it's now a money issue. If you hadn't said that. Now, if it's not a money, we're gonna have a problem. But let's just continue and see what happens. How much time do you need?
Lamentablemente, cuando usted hace una declaración con respecto a que el impedimento para continuar con el proyecto es una cuestión económica, eso le da a entender al juez que no lo va a hacer lo que tiene que hacer. Entonces, vamos a tratar de ponerlo de una manera que ese no sea un inconveniente y tratar de darle más tiempo a usted. Entonces, lo que nosotros necesitaríamos de parte de ustedes es que diga en una cierta cantidad de tiempo lógica que
Para ir recogiendo de donde.
no, entiendo que usted no lo tiene, pero más o menos nosotros lo que necesitamos para poder continuar con esto y que a usted no se le pongan multas y evitar eso, necesitamos simplemente que haya una cantidad de tiempo.
Pero a mí me dijeron que aquí tienen una persona que
Just, all right.
Económicamente,
no, sobre este problema que yo quiero, a ti yo quiero que hagan eso, para mí mejor.
lo que pasa es que nosotros no podemos cerrar el caso hasta que esto está resuelto.
No se puede cerrar, ni riesgos, no.
No.
Pero perdón, hay otra cosa, del baño, todo está bien, pero ¿qué tiene que ver el ático? Ya me lo van a traer,
Lo que
ya
pasa,
viene una enfermedad muy grande, entonces imagínense que les van a correr en donde.
lo que pasa es que cuando en algunos documentos una propiedad está mostrada como una propiedad de 6 unidades, para corregirlo necesitamos tener registro de eso. No podemos cerrar un caso solo por cuestiones orales, verbales. Se necesita cerrar de una manera formal.
Ya le entiendo. Y tienen razón.
Entonces, ¿cuánto tiempo piensa usted que necesita?
Mira, lo que pasa es que como ya me cortaron los recursos, no sé, más o menos
Mire,
para hablar,
yo lo que le...
perdón,
The project to be CO doesn't necessarily have, I mean, I don't know what the thresholds to be able to close it are, and if it doesn't necessarily need to be fully completed in some aspects, right? I don't know, because where I'm trying to go is she doesn't need to think of the entire project to just the things that would have to be compliant with zoning and building, not really like, I don't know, I'm just trying to see how
Yeah,
she
not
could
sure.
finish the project without having to go through the entire project.
Are tenants still in your building?
¿Sigue teniendo gente viviendo en la propiedad alquilada?
en el primero,
en el
muy
primero.
poquitico, eso no da abasto para pagar.
Just in one tenant.
Perdón, aquí hay otra cosa que yo tengo personas que me lo hacen, pero personas que me fían el trabajo, ¿sí me entienden? Para yo ir pagándoles a ellos, pero es que me están poniendo todo así, y el que vino acá a firmar para hacer eso, cobra muy caro, me está cobrando demasiado.
El que hizo los planos,
El que hizo, no,
¿quién era? Entonces,
otra persona, él ya vino acá, pero
No
estoy
sé,
esperando
¿quién se refiere?
la respuesta para venir ya a firmar y ir a hacer el trabajo. Yo le digo, no, yo espere, yo no tengo
eso que tiene un contratista.
un contratista. Entonces le digo
Ok.
yo, niño, me colabora tan siquiera con eso, usted es un parte que yo tengo quien me fía el resto. No quiero,
She's saying that the
no quiero.
previous people that started the work was giving her the option of doing payments, but the new contractor,
She's asked, is there anybody, any tenants?
yeah, she said one, yeah.
Okay, that was the question.
Yeah,
I'll get the rest of this.
no, but I did say she had one tenant.
So. So and then it's the other unit is occupied by you? Yeah,
Y están, en el edificio están solo usted y el otro inquilino que tiene.
No, yo tengo un nieto que acabo de llegar, pero él está arriba porque no lo puedo poner en.
Entonces tiene
Sí,
tres,
tiene-
o sea, incluyéndola a usted son tres.
¿Cuáles tres?
Usted dijo que
No.
tenía alguien abajo. Yo le
No,
pregunté
en el
cuánto.
primer piso.
Sí,
Están viviendo los con los que le alquilé, los que ellos vieron. Los
por
que
eso, ¿cuántos inquilinos incluyéndola a usted hay en la propiedad?
Pues yo estoy en el segundo piso, ellos están en el primero.
Entonces
En
dos.
el primero, sí, porque mi casa es en el segundo, donde yo vivo, yo,
Entonces está usted
Con
y
mi
un
esposo.
inquilino.
y el inquilino, no. En mi casa no hay inquilinos. En el
Incluyéndola a
primer piso.
usted en toda la propiedad, ¿cuántos inquilinos
pues,
hay?
Así, pues,
Sí, en
inmediatamente.
todo el edificio, incluyéndola a usted, ¿cuántos inquilinos?
Bueno, hay 5, 6, 7.
No, no personas, inquilinos, separadas en cada unidad, viviendo separadas unas de las otras. En cada unidad, ¿cuántos inquilinos hay, incluyéndola a usted? ¿Cuántas familias por separado hay?
2,
Dos.
Por
She's
eso.
saying two tenants,
dos
including
son
her.
2 familias.
so that's 3 units.
Una yo, mi esposo.
No, she's saying including her.
Oh, okay.
Ujú.
So she's not a tenant, she's the owner.
No, I was
Okay.
trying to
No,
put
I
it in a way of
Yeah.
her responding to a question.
She's living
Y
there
esta no está desculpa.
and one tenant is there.
Correct.
She needs to eliminate 4 other units, but it's all interior. I'm not sure what the,
Right, but as far as people living there, that shouldn't be there, how many are there?
that sounds like it's in compliance possibly.
She stated 7 people. Just now, when I asked her how many separate units, she said 7 people.
How many people are allowed to be there?
I don't think that's under our regulation.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm just concerned about a safety hazard.
Yeah.
So the next step is, what is the next step from our point of view here?
I mean. I think I would like to see a definitive resolution, in my opinion. Shouldn't be that difficult to remove interior units.
That's where I was trying to go when I was trying to go around the project and what entitles removing the units.
Right.
All right, now we gotta remove the interior. units. Fine. We have permits to do this, new ones. What's keeping us from doing that? How much time does she need?
El permiso, principalmente el problema que usted está teniendo con zoning hoy en día es la cantidad de unidades que había en la propiedad, que no era la cantidad que podía tener.
Sí, pero yo no tengo nada que ver aquí.
No, por eso,
Yo soy la.
lo entendemos, por eso, pero la estamos tratando de ayudar para que pueda continuar y resolver esto. Entonces,
Bueno.
lo que tiene que hacer es hacer cualquier elemento de parte del proyecto
Ujú.
que tenga que ver con remover las unidades,
Ujú.
es lo primero que debería hacer. Suponer, si usted tiene, how many units are allowed in that
2.
property?
Supposed to reduce from 6 to 2.
Okay. Entonces, usted está permitido tener 2 unidades.
Ujú.
Por lo tanto, puede tener 2 cocinas, por ejemplo.
Ujú.
Cualquier otra cocina la tiene que quitar. Para quitar una cocina no se necesita mucho dinero. Quitar una heladera es quitar una heladera y sacarla.
Y así me cobran todo eso.
¿Cómo?
Yo sí me están cobrando tanto.
No, no sé cuánto le están cobrando. Eso.
Horrible. 6.000, ¿dónde vas a sacar yo 6.000?
No, pero yo no sé cuál es el costo que a usted le están
No,
pasando.
pero es esto, usted ya sabía qué es lo que me van a
My
quitar.
decision sheet.
No, lo que le estoy queriendo decir es que usted se tiene que concentrar en las partes del proyecto que le ayuden a usted
pero
con...
es que le quiero decir es esto. Misericordia conmigo. Solamente que
La estamos tratando de
no me
ayudar.
apoyen aquí tiene que traer un promedio. No sé qué, si yo tengo quien lo haga, y que ustedes pueden ir a mirar cómo quedó.
Nosotros podemos ir a mirar, pero cuando usted nos diga que completó el trabajo.
Sí, pero que si yo lo puedo hacer, o sea, mis amigos que lo van a hacer, que trabajan eso, que si lo pueden hacer, que ellos me digan el trabajo. Y eso es lo que yo les quiero decir. Yo sé va a hacer todo lo que quieren ustedes, pero eso es lo que yo quiero.
Usted
Ese-
se compromete con tratar de avanzar con el proyecto lo más
Pero
posible
yo
en,
tengo
en remover las 4 unidades.
tan feo. Exacto.
No,
Como dice el papel.
exacto, por eso. Usted se compromete en tratar de avanzar lo más posible en resolver, sacar las 4 unidades que no puede tener.
Sí,
¿Ok?
que las 4 unidades.
Si usted tenía 6 y solo puede tener 2, le pueden quedar 2.
Dos. Ah, sí.
¿Me entiende? Por ejemplo, 2
Who's the pay
cocinas.
for a giant?
Sí, ya le
¿Cuándo piensa que puede sacar por completo esas 4 unidades? ¿Para qué? ¿Para qué? ¿Cuánto tiempo? La-
Que si ustedes me dan
para poder ayudarle
permiso para hacer eso,
ya se lo dimos.
sin que me cobren, es que me están cobrando mucho. Ya sé,
Very scared, I don't
yo ya te lo voy a hacer.
It's
No sé
the
qué decirle con
tentative
respecto a eso.
maybe.
Porque nosotros no somos el contratista.
Let's do it. I'll put it down.
Pero usted sí me entendió lo que yo le quiero
Le
decir.
entiendo, pero
Que
usted no
ellos me
está
van a
escuchando.
fiar el trabajo. Y yo me comprometo a entregarle como ustedes quieren. Sí,
Sí, pero no me está escuchando a mí. Lo que le estoy diciendo es que lo mejor sería que trate de progresar en el camino que le estoy recomendando, de sacar lo antes posible las 4 unidades. Si usted dice un tiempo más o menos, eso va a ayudar a que progrese esta reunión.
You guys will
Ah,
stop
ya
talking, I can get finished here.
bueno.
All right, so here's where I am. I don't know what, since I can't get an answer, I'll decide here. This violation is continuing, but the permits have been issued. The husband is conserved, there's no fine at this time, continuing it to the January 11th, 23 hearing. Tell her that because this is her notice that she's gonna be here in January.
Ok, esto va a estar continuado al 11 de enero. O sea, va a tener que volver a...
Perfecto.
¿Piensa que eso va a ser
Sí.
suficiente tiempo?
Sí.
Ok.
Perfecto.
She feels comfortable with that time.
Okay,
Y si se hace antes, no le hace. Si de pronto consigo.
She's asking if the project is completed before that, is she still due for that date for the hearing, right?
the project is completed, she has to come in and show, and
There's-
then she won't
Yeah.
have to be here because no fine has been issued.
Okay, so just getting,
It complete,
us getting the CO from building, would prove that obviously we would have done the inspection for the COCC. Si obtiene el certificado de ocupancia del departamento de building, puede venir antes de eso y podemos solucionarlo antes de que
El que
tenga
va a
que venir.
venir a firmar. Me está diciendo de eso.
No, el certificado final, el que va a recibir del departamento de
Ah, me
building.
lo van.
Si lo recibe antes del 11 de enero, lo puede traer y lo solucionamos antes.
Perfecto.
¿Ok?
Mira, y lo del baño, ¿qué era?
No, eso no sé bien de qué me está hablando, es muy
Te
específico.
van a quitar el baño porque tiene que ver un baño.
Si quiere puede venir en otro momento durante la semana y podemos mirar los planos y la puedo
Ah,
ayudar.
bueno, ahí está,
Ok.
gracias. Para que usted me explique. Tiene que ver el baño de lado.
Okay, thank you for coming in. So we'll be looking forward to you reporting to us that you've begun the construction.
Usted me va a colaborar ahí.
Exacto. Entonces, gracias por haber venido y esperamos a saber sobre usted cuando haya avanzado con el proyecto.
Perfecto.
Hasta luego, que tenga
Muchas
buen día,
gracias. Gracias. Eso es el doctor.
abogado.
Abogado. Ay, abogado, yo no necesito un abogado ahí sí. Urgente para la
She's
casa.
saying she needs a
Dile que se
lawyer.
va a una cita.
what?
Para el penthouse.
We need a lawyer to speak Spanish.
Para una, ¿cómo se dice? Decía, para una consejería, ¿qué hago yo? Sí.
No sé si she's asking if they have a card.
Es que también
I don't know if that's,
sí, una cita. Una sola pregunta para. Yo le traigo los papeles. para que él me diga que me
Ahí
aconseje.
tiene la tarjeta, se puede comunicar con él directamente.
Ay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Así que bueno. Ya él me dice qué tengo que hacer, qué hago.
Exacto.
Ahí sí tengo alguien que me escuche. Muchas gracias.
Hasta luego, que tenga buen día.
Gracias.
Mentioned who I charge by the hour.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, what do we got next?
We were holding Josh over possibly for 118 Lexington Avenue.
Anybody here for that?
I'm gonna just check and see if there's any, I saw somebody in the hallway.
There's 2 attendees on, I'm not sure.
That's good, there's different features on.
Well, could it be? the third person?
118 Lexington? 118 Lexington? 118
So I told her she could stop by sometime next week and we can take a look at the plans. Maybe he needs at least like help pointing out like what needs to be removed
they
and
be
stuff like that.
How do they come via, or they don't, they have to all be in person?
No, they can be here, yeah,
Oh, how do
so
we
I don't
know?
know how.
Oh, they can?
Mhm. I don't think anyone indicated they were gonna do that, so we could say, so, just making sure you don't need to respond, but please raise your hand if one of the attendees is here, as a property owner for any of these matters. They're online or their phone, or we don't know.
They're online.
Talk.
They have to raise
There's
their hand,
a lot of
and
stuff.
then we can come up
Or
with them.
because they talk.
They could raise their hand and that would trigger us to be able to allow them to
But-
speak,
oh,
but,
there.
okay. You just have to, unmute.
I'm just a concerned property, resident of another property on this list. I think the other person on is as well, so I don't think we're just concerned residents of other properties that are gonna be discussed.
You're just viewing, Chris.
Correct.
Property on the calendar that you want to be.
First on the list, yep, that first property on your list.
first property on the list.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. Anybody else?
I think Dolly is here as, or I think Chestnut Hill.
That's the same one.
Do you wanna come get me when they come in?
I'm guessing they're not coming in,
Okay,
so, but yeah, I'll come get you if they show up.
all right,
Thank you.
all right.
You're the only live person here. Who are you?
Mayor Reborn.
What? I ask you.
Right.
your name. Yeah, your address.
Good afternoon.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
11 Marvin, right?
I will hear you next.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah, because Super Hall asked them to join us, but. they weren't gonna do that. I'm here.
First come, first served. Have a seat at the table.
I'm just leaving my bag. There's my. We don't have to overdo that, right? And I honestly don't know why I'm here.
Get to relax.
So this item is 11 Marlin, another continuation.
Okay, let's see what it was.
May I show you a photo of the front of my house?
Just let me go through the new lines.
Right, okay,
After my record, I have to.
all right.
Okay. Start with notice.
Do you wanna, could you bring up,
Presentation?
yeah, this is 11 Marlin. I gave you the notice.
We're on 11 Marlin.
Yep.
That is number 6 on the agenda. Is the notice in
Yes, should be here. You scroll down. going. Keep going. There's our most recent notice advising of today's hearing.
Mr. Aletta, you had notice to be here today, and that's why you're here. If you see notices found,
Possible bond.
you don't need anything further. I have notes. Okay, now the city's gonna tell me why you're here.
So this, it was a documented violation, dates back, well, they last appeared. I'm sorry, can you scroll to
Back up.
the second one? Yep. So we continued it at the previous hearing to October 12th, but again, that was canceled, so here we are on October 26th. We don't have full progress. Or full completion and resolution at this time. Property owner indicated to staff that the car had been moved, however, there are additional violations for operation of a repair, auto repair at the property and a creation of a driveway and parking within the front setback. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so you're claiming that there is uh, one unregistered vehicle in the front setback of evidence.
Yes, we have photo evidence attached. So this is Deputy Zoning Inspector John Hayducky's most recent visit to the property, which was last week, October 21st. You can see the car there up to the left of that truck. And further. Certain if that is, I can't tell from that photo. Let me look at my original.
Well, is that a picture of your property you reckon?
Yes.
And so what are the various vehicles? Can you tell me?
My son's, mine, and that's a truck that would, I mean, the Mercedes on the side without the plate, yes, that one. We can't get parts for it, the car's like 20 years old and we're trying to get parts for it to have it repaired. Like I can put a car cover on it.
It's parked where it can't be parked. It's your problem.
Well, see, when we moved there 40 years ago, that was all gravel. The driveway was gravel and that was all gravel to the left. And then because we couldn't pave it all, we just paved the single lane driveway.
Yeah, I understand, but even if you paved it all, you're not parked, you can't park there. Regulations are such that you can't park there no matter what you do.
You said there was another car that was removed, is that correct?
Well, I had a friend like 3 years ago say, can I leave my car here for 6 months? And he left it for 3 years.
I
And
see.
so that was valid. I could understand that. And we got that removed. And then another friend came last month and his car broke down in front of our house. And he had to leave it there for like 3 weeks while he waited for parts to come in. And then he fixed his car and got it out, which was fine. But I don't know how we're gonna move that car.
So again, I'm picking up this case, but the previous complaints in it, and there's no.
There's no there's an absolute, my son is disabled and I'm 74. There's no water repair going on there.
Could it have been that gentleman that dropped his car there was repairing it there and the neighbors complained about it, so. Is that possible that it was the repair of that vehicle to,
I mean, we opened the hood to put oil in the car. Is that considered an auto repair?
If you do that for somebody that's not part of your family and you're charging them, yes, it would.
No, we've never charged, anybody for, that's an outrageous implication.
It's not an implication, it's a question. Big offensive, trying to figure out what's going on. Do you have any evidence that auto repairing is going on?
I don't have any documentation in the file.
So, and that's not in front of me today. I can't do anything about
It appeared on the notice. I'm not sure where it was at with it, so.
it. Okay, so the only problem we have right now is, seems to be one car has to be removed. Everything else is okay at the moment. I understand you can't do auto repair, but you're telling me you're not, so I'm accepting.
No,
I'm accepting that. I think, yeah. So I just have to get some way of getting that one car out of there.
all right, okay,
How are we gonna do that?
I'll talk to my son about it.
Okay, and how much time do you need?
2 to 3 weeks.
When's the next hearing?
November 16th.
Yes, 3 weeks. I come back on November 16th.
What day is
It's a Wednesday.
yeah, I guess, same time.
Yeah, same time.
Because I pick up my granddaughter at school. I've got all 3 of my grandkids. with me.
You got here today, is that gonna work for you?
Yeah, I'll make it work. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll continue till then. If you've gotten rid of the car, you don't even have, you can, I have no fine here, right? You got contingent fine or anything? No fine. So if you've got rid of the car, you can contact the zoning. And they'll drop the case, you won't even have to do that.
Can I send them an email? Can I send?
Well, they'll come out and inspect. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
All right.
call them and tell them you got rid of the car, they'll come out and inspect, we'll drop the case.
And the numbers on my notice that I've got?
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
That's the main line. And then if you email John, it gives my email. So then you could just
okay,
reach out to me.
all right, okay.
Okay, let me, don't go away yet. Write this all. For you.
And can I find out who's filing this complaint?
Come, what answer that? It's usually
Um,
neighbors.
There's a,
It's an actual, I'm not trying to be overreactive, but this is an outrageous complaint. I just like can't even believe it. I'm here 40 years.
there's a, this goes back to 2012 originally. It says,
2012.
yeah, I've got a file.
We're talking 10 years ago.
Well, I'm saying originally, and then there was a subsequent newer complaint issued in or submitted in 2022, so.
This was in March and they were contacted. I don't know how they contacted you. You're supposed to have their name on it.
They sent a letter. Oh, this is the old one, sorry.
And that car is bothering somebody that much.
Well, it's a violation of zoning
To be honest with
regulations.
you, usually, you know, neighbor complains there's something else going on. I find it something you complain about.
You just antagonize me.
Very much antagonized. them.
I don't mind. There's not.
I'm just telling you, that's my experience doing this job, that neighbors don't get along, and all of a sudden they're here.
Talk to anybody.
So,
You can't, you can't just leave. Yeah, I saw all of this and just, I think she's got a right to know.
right,
May I see that?
You see anything in the file? Want to sit down with the file and go through it, or you're happy to do that?
Yeah, that was the car that I was doing somebody a favor. And that's my grandson's car, which is now parked in the street. You know, we're forced to park in the street now.
Believe me, I know, it's a real problem, you know.
All right, here's my question, if I may speak. Can I put the car without the plate in the driveway and park my car in the street?
You can always park your car on the street, but you can't park. Can you pull up the
Mm-hmm.
picture?
Can I park the car without the plate in the driveway?
You cannot, that would be in the front setback. You can store one unregistered vehicle, but it has to be behind the front setback.
What's that mean?
Front setback is.
So can it be against the garage?
Possibly, so unfortunately, we might need a survey for that, because we need to determine where that front setback is, typically. Sure, Marlon,
Well, you can park it in the garage.
yeah, that would be, yeah, then it'd be for sure not an issue if you could get in the garage. I'm still searching for that complaint. It's possible it was a phone call, but we would note that here typically.
Animation. One. Unregistered. Vehicle.
I'll get it moved.
Front setback. It's all I've got.
I will continue to search for that and then I will send it to you.
I'll get my email.
I have the. Yes, because I have email correspondence in here, so.
Continued to what
Yeah.
day do we continue this to?
The November 16th.
16. 22. Okay, oral notice, so you're getting those right now to me. You'll have to send them out. Okay, violation. Only thing I see is one unregistered vehicle in the front setback, and then fine. At this time, continued. to 11/16 to remove the vehicle. We do that. Let's, something else to show up. Needs to go set.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thanks for
I
coming
don't
in.
need anything, right?
What's that?
I don't need it. I don't get anything. Papers or-
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna send you.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
this will come, sorry, this decision will come in the mail.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you.
And then when I find that other information, I'll send it to you.
All
as
right,
well.
thank you.
I put it in here.
All right, thanks.
So deal. Susan.
Definitely.
Okay, that alcohol is
I didn't want to-
immoral.
Yeah.
The people who are anxious to hear about 291 Chestnut, who's out there?
That was because Sue, you gonna try to draw them in again?
Where are they from?
Sue is the new one.
If they came all the way down here, they should get.
Okay. Let me get them.
Priority to people who actually get here. Sit on the couch. Usually get a drink when I come in.
What'd you drink? You want?
What-
It's
Martini?
coffee or water?
This water.
Okay. Next time it'll be smoother.
No, it's fine, we're getting through it. First time I came here, after I was sworn in, I came to watch, let's see how it's done.
Hello.
Hello. how are you? Have a seat. You turn it in to show up. Okay, you're sworn in, go do it.
Yeah.
So it can't get less smooth than that.
That's how you learn fast and quick.
Right. There we go.
Hello.
Right here. Okay, we should have here now is 32 Costa. Thank you.
Sure. She's showing up in the frame there.
Oh,
You know, have the slide down so that. they
He's
show
in the
up
frame. Do you need both of them in the frame?
Yeah, it'd be better.
You gotta be on camera here, so if you guys wanna shift down a little bit so we can get you
All
in.
right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Move way over here.
Yeah, you're in.
You're
Here.
fine.
This is 32.
You know you're supposed to be watched by the entire city of Rome.
We have all of 2 viewers.
It's just viral, it's just recorded. Years from now, your grandchildren will come and look at it. Alright,
This is a new item for us. We. Looking for continuation.
okay, let's, what do we have? Usually shows me that these are the owners.
Yes. Oh, there's something, yeah, this goes to the business name. Here's the notice. Okay, so we have notice of violation sent on September 27th.
Who do we have here? Who do we have here? What's your name? So, you have any? And Marcia, okay, and you're the owners of this property, 32. Would you mind raising your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah, thank you. Now, you got notice to be here today? Yes, sir. Okay, and you're here pursuant to that notice, so I'll find notice. And the owners and the notice. All right, let's see why we dragged you here.
So. Can you scroll to the notice of violation? So deputy zoning inspector issued this notice of violation with finding that there are 5 units when there should be 4. Legally allowed. And then additionally, he notes there's a commercial business, a salon on the first floor. So that would need to be removed along with
Relax, relax, please. Okay. You get to talk all you want, but I have to go in the right. Okay. There are 2 people. at once.
yes, photos that we can.
5 units should be 4. And the salon, okay?
Yes.
Let me see your evidence.
Actually, if we could scroll all the way down to the last photo, Michelle, please. Oh, go, yeah, there we go, that's it.
What, that has it?
That shows the wide angle view of the. It's the last photo. There we go.
Oh.
Nope, that one. One more down. There, okay. So this had, if you scroll up just a tiny bit, you can see how John, oh, sorry, we want to see the full, that's what we want. There we go. We can see how John has detailed the nail salon and apartment 1 are on the first level. And then there's 2 apartments on the mid-level, the second level, and then the third level has an additional 2 apartments. So they should only have 4 total apartments and no commercial use. Meaning no
Show them
salon.
my picture.
Oh, yeah. So this is just.
So your property that we're talking about,
Yes.
yes, that's what it looks like.
And then.
Yes. Full exhibit, let me see it.
Oops.
So why do you say that's Nelson? I'm giving you-
We'll get interior photos that show that. That's just the overview.
Okay,
So if we
let's do it your way.
scroll up to that first photo, which I think is 4 slides up. More than 4, sorry. Okay, 1 more, sorry. There we go. So, so within that door, deputy zoning inspector, hey, Ducky, noted you enter that door to access a commercial salon as well as 1 residential unit. Go to the next. That just shows where that door is actually not not functioning. It's a sealed door. But behind that is where
Show
the,
them as you.
oh, yep, sorry, so. These are the photos we're presenting for the Zoom as well. This indicates the entry that John accessed to view the 1 unit along with the commercial use of the salon. He's just detailing here that this door doesn't have access, but the nail salon is within this space. Then if we go to the next, we've got photos of salon chair and the sundry accompaniments for a salon.
You see there one?
Then the next one shows, again, this is all on the first floor. Details of that, photo details of that commercial use, which is prohibited. This is an additional photo, yep, showing this more scope of to the left. There was actually a client in there, so John didn't want to capture the photo of the client. So that's our evidence to support the commercial use. Then we've got, there are only 4 meters depicted with a 5th owner's meter. That's evidentiary that you should only have 4 units here. Here's the close-up.
Saying this is count 5,
Yeah, 5 is the owner's labeled owner's meter.
okay? So then there's 4,
Should only be 4, and the meters reflect only 4. Plus an owner's meter.
so what's wrong?
This shows what it should be. What it
Oh.
is greater than that, so. One issue John noted was there's only 1 water heater for all of the units. That's not a zoning issue, but he included it in there, I think, to support sort of the maybe less ideal conditions for the tenants. So that's what this photo shows that you have 4 unit meters, and then you have a 5th owner meter. Next photo is again another basement close-up, kind of just photo documenting maybe the conditions are less than ideal. The next photo shows exterior. John noted for condition, there's a hole in the for one of the units on the upper level. This next photo shows, I think this issue is also subject to blight, and blight is under review of this or in receipt of this complaint as well. So this shows condition of the property, and that last one shows a debris pile. Sorry. So in general disrepair, which maybe not a zoning issue, but a quality of life issue for those folks there. So, and they received inspection. Okay. And so these were all taken in September. For the record. Well, I don't think it's been out since then. I don't think they haven't reached out. They haven't obtained any permits. That's what they need to do. I think John mentioned in the staff memo that he would be okay with the continuation for them to seek remedy.
Gotta be. I don't know. I don't have to check it out.
No, because it says like yard. Like yard and
Where you,
they make
yeah.
food. They get to the form, but it's not very small.
Objections on any of these photos? Any of them not accurate?
Well, no, not really. All this garbage is gone already.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, you don't know what it said?
What you
This
just
is
said.
this is the next house. That's what it, what is garbage, but this bone, this is not there with him already.
Okay, let me see this. This is, you're showing me this for.
General.
Okay, so I put that on one file. Give me all those, please.
Yeah, that's another one over here, but that belongs to one of the
Give
tenants.
them. This is irrelevant. This is relevant. This is irrelevant. This is relevant. This is pretty much irrelevant, isn't it?
As far as the number of units, yes.
Irrelevant. This is so long. These are full exhibits. And I'm gonna separate that out. As far as I'm concerned. Anything to do with this. So now I've got exhibits that show that there are 5 units and there should be 4. And you're running a nail salon, which you can't do all of them.
Correct.
Okay, your turn.
All right. 18 years ago, we bought the house. We leased it for 3 years before the 18. I had Elaine, you come out and inspect the house. She come out and inspect it. Because it's a couple of violations that I had on the property. Now, you got 5 gas meters, not 4, you got 5 gas meters. The taxes, the insurance, will be paid by the bank. So we had no idea that it's a legal 4 family or a legal 5 family until we got the letter,
Okay. But now you know.
Yeah, no. So let me ask you a question. Now, the inspection that we had before, when she come out and inspect the house. Yeah, I haven't changed anything. What if she didn't tell me it was a 4 family, she had a 5 family,
How many years ago?
18 years,
I don't have an answer for that.
I'm sorry?
I don't have an answer to that question.
Oh, okay.
About 5, because the inspector have been inspect the property.
Yeah,
That the fire inspector, the fire inspector
Right,
inspects
right.
multifamily, but they don't verify use. So they're coming out there just to make sure that any tenants there are safe. I'm guessing the most recent inspection, they contacted Mr. Hayden.
yeah, well,
And
that's 3 years ago. They come out and inspect it, make sure the fire didn't go to 32. So they come out and inspect the house and make sure,
well, they
Right, right.
routinely inspect
Yeah.
multifamily. So even when you revert back to 4, you'll still can get, regular or semi-regularly scheduled inspections. The electric meter, the 5th meter is labeled owner's meter. We didn't label that, so that's, I don't think that evidence supports a 5th unit. So unfortunately, it's gotta be 4 units, and you can't have an nail salon there. But you were saying you've already removed the nail salon?
I'm sorry.
You were saying you've already removed the nail
Oh,
salon?
yes.
But you haven't gotten permits. You
Once I found out that it was illegal, because I never go in her house, she always put the rent to the door. To collect the rent, she always come in.
So what's required though is zoning permits, you to remove a use or create a
No,
use.
she moved, I told her she had to move it out, she moved it out.
No, I understand.
So you
I'm
just
not
get
saying
that-
she could get a permit to do that. I'm saying you
Yeah.
require permits to do the removal. That's how
Okay.
the city tracks what's been done to the property, and then we would know that it had been done and
So
done
you
properly.
do not inspect that the salon is.
We're gonna need a permit. You'll need to apply for a permit for removal, because you have to remove,
No, she moved it
Building.
already. I mentioned to her that she had to move it. So she moved it already.
Excuse me, she moved wherever they had, they said the business. She
okay,
don't have the business there no more. So the health department went for the last week, I believe, so like 3 or 4
Yeah,
persons
yeah.
to check, see if everything is out.
but if you put sinks for that, did you have wash sinks for the salon or?
No, it was the thing that she cleaned the fingernails and the nails on that toenails. That was it.
Okay, so there was no fixtures to
No,
remove.
no,
plumbing
no.
to remove. Okay, but we still need to get a permit to remove the other unit though, the other living unit. You only have 4. Sorry, gotcha.
The salon.
Yeah, Yeah, so if you
The
could,
salon is going.
we'd need to do an inspection, correct?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, that's all we need on that one. All right, let's talk about getting rid of one of the units. That's your,
That's the problem.
that's the problem, right? What are we gonna do about it? How are we gonna solve it?
What I need to do is go to the zoning and find out what do I do to make that a legal 5 family.
All right,
Don't have the ability.
you got a right to say find out.
Yeah,
So that's your next step.
that's my next step.
When are you gonna do that?
Well, I will go over this afternoon, and put it at the application. I do that when I leave here.
You're gonna make it. All right,
You gotta come in the morning and do it.
All right, so you're gonna come back here and tell me what progress you've made to either make it a 5-family. If you find out that you can't have 5 units, then you're gonna have to have a strategy to get rid of them.
We can get out, yeah.
How much time you need to do that?
At least 6 months for the lady to look for an apartment. for
Well, we
now.
don't know, can we do it or not? We have to wait and find out from the zoning, can we do it or not?
Well,
If we can, if they allow us to do it, we have to get a permit. Because we got enough land there, we can do it. It's a lot of land there.
How much time you need to report back to me?
One way,
A month? So
why, how can we do it or not?
find out if you can do it, and if you find that you cannot do it, I want to hear what your strategy is to do
I
something.
heard you, she had a fair problem.
Just want you to know where we're going.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the plan.
Julie was available. Because one of the tenants, they had a lot of garbage there, and they don't want nobody move. If you send us a letter and tell them whatever it is, they have, 32 Coastal Street, it has to be moved, and then we had a proof for tell the tenant he has to move all the garbage. Means,
Oh, garbage, you're saying?
well, I see a picture there with all the stuff in the back, so.
Yeah.
So
I assume it's.
the hearing officer already said that that wouldn't be a matter for a zoning violation, so. That's a blight issue potentially. You could contact the blight office, they're in the building department.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay, that's number 1 is the nail salon, number 2 is the 5 units. And 4 is the salon.
I should have clarified it's a non-conforming 4-family, actually only allows 2 family, but they have legally existing non-conforming 4-family.
5 units and 4 units.
Oh, yes.
Um, To resolve. We'll find this time. That's good. Continue. So when are we comparing it to?
We say,
So you wanted a month?
Yeah, I'll let you know something. Can I do it or not?
so after November, we have December 14th.
December 14th, that's not a month.
Or I guess November 16th is 3 weeks.
No, he wants a month.
So just John normally add one to
You should,
the.
you get it way that I can get in contact with if I get it done quicker.
Absolutely, just call up. Just
Yeah,
call
that's
up.
that's what I'll do, because,
Is 3 weeks enough time if it's not coming?
yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? I'm gonna go over after we get through here.
Okay, so we're gonna continue with 3 weeks. What's the date?
November 16th.
November 16th.
Yeah.
Get a notice now. We'll see you back here November 16th unless you've cleaned it up and you've talked to zoning.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. She's an oral notice. It's not sending one. Okay. You're all set. for
Can,
today.
I can get a copy of that?
You're gonna get a copy of that?
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna mail it.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got work to do.
All this stuff back. And that was.
And Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, moving right along. Got
Did we want to circle back to 329 Chestnut, the first one?
290.
Sorry, 291.
Any people here for that?
We had
Everybody was
one,
here.
yeah.
All right, we will bring the people sitting at home, patiently waiting.
Somebody raised their hand. Never mind, they won't.
Look away.
We bring up 291 Chestnut to the presentation. So this is the previous decision. Okay, so the next item is 291 Chestnut Hill Avenue. This is also a continued item from August 30th.
See if anybody's here who wants to be heard of this.
If anyone wishes to speak, I'm gonna double check the hallway, just to make sure.
Dolly H. Pat. You just have to unmute.
Yep, I am here. I just want to make sure we were coming back to this item on the agenda. I am one of the many concerned neighbors regarding this property. I'm not sure if you'd like me to hold my speech until you're done
We can hear you.
or not.
Just hold on. Who's
Sure.
outside?
Nobody out there, there's those folks from the zoo, they're still there.
Oh, okay, so, all right, so now we're at 291 Chestnut Hill. And that's who you are, ma'am?
No, she is, well, she's here for the item, she's not the property
She's not the
owner.
property owner, but you're here to speak on the matter. That's
Yes.
fine. You will get called.
Correct.
up. In the meantime, I do not have a property, right?
Not present.
Okay, we have notice.
We have notice, we sent that via constable service on October 19th. Here is the constable's document.
T is the owner. And this was originally here before, and this continued to October 12th, then something happens.
The 12th was canceled, so now we're picking it up here for the 26th, which that's what this notice and
Okay,
means.
so they have notice,
Yes,
and Marshall, we left that with them. Okay, fine notice, they should be here.
and staff memo. Staff memo, deputy zoning inspector recommends that.
No progress, no application,
Correct.
contingent fine now assessed, non-contingent fine. Okay, so what have we done, in you guys, since there's anything happened?
We have not received any additional, we were supposed to receive an application per the chief building inspector spoke with the property owner. And they told that property owner communicated to the chief building official that they were working with an architect to get plans and then application would be forthcoming, but we have not received an application. That was on John's note states that communication happened on October 18th. And we still, the violation persists per John's last inspection of October 13th.
Okay, so it seems we still have a violation and nobody to speak for the defendant, but I have somebody who's, I don't know if you're a neighbor or who you are.
We have new photos. Should we-
Oh, I'm sorry, I got photos,
Yep.
I am.
Mhm.
Photos.
So Deputy Zoning Inspector John Hayducky visited the site on October 13th and obtained visual confirmation or evidence that there's commercial equipment on the property. And then the second picture shows that they have been doing work. They replaced windows and looks like
Can the people who are zooming in see these?
they see this. Yes.
Alright.
So the second photo shows upon his visit that there was additional work being done, again, without permits.
Okay.
That is our update for that. So he is asked. He does note that he closed the driveway,
Yeah, can we just?
Yeah.
So- October 18th was only a week ago. Met. The architect has been obtained and preparing to start the building process. Okay. Okay, very interesting. All right, anything else?
there, he's included communication with, a neighbor, I think. Yeah, this is the neighbor, and I think one of those neighbors was CC'd on this, is in attendance here, just seeking sort of an update on, and the update is that we haven't received, if there's the
Not sure.
communication should be, it should be there, there we go, yeah. So this memo just is saying what's happening there essentially, and we don't have an update because the property owner or any of his representative, no representative has made a zoning application at this time. Yes. That's really. I need to report as.
Okay. Now, is anybody, is that it? We're ready to see if anyone else has something to say?
So Dolly, you just have to unmute again.
Yep, I'm back. I'm back. It seems like there's some interference. So I wasn't sure if that was allowed or not. Yeah, so I understand that you've received communication from him that he's hired an architect and that things are potentially going to be moving, but in our experience, nothing moved here. And we, frankly, are just concerned at this point about the hazards that present themselves over there. I mean, there's also a matter of blight, which you may see there as well, but you have a pool that does not have a gate, that does not have a fence around it or a cover. And you also have this dwelling where the work is quote unquote being done, which appears to be being turned into a multi-unit dwelling. And we did not know in the AAA residence zone that we live in that's allowed. There is in that unit there on the second floor, there exists a sliding door that used to be attached to a deck that is no longer there. We have contacted the health department, but they have told us that we should contact the chief of the fire department regarding the hazard, but it seems like we just keep getting a bit of a runaround. So yeah, I mean, this is the place has been in disarray for 2 years now. And we are all rather concerned. Unfortunately, most of us that are on the email chain that you may be bringing up there were unavailable today, but I know that they echo my sentiments.
Okay, well, from my point of view, this is only a year old, not 2 years. I understand he might have been doing other things, and some of what you're mentioning are not under our jurisdiction. You have to go to other places. So you understand what we have authority over here. And I'm trying to find your write-up.
No, I do understand.
Commercial contractors, storage yard on the property, that's basically the complaint. What else
Yep.
is-
For work without permits, and now she's saying, you said that you think there's an illegal unit in there, is that what you said?
So the building that where there had initially been a lot of contractors things stored, there are at least 2 units in that building. We have seen multiple families coming in and out of it for the last, I would say, 3 months or so. I don't know if Chris Shimko is still on the call or not. Can you see him up there or not?
Shows in there, yeah.
Yeah. He has his head.
Okay.
hand raised.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we've been seeing multiple families coming in and out of that building. So that is within your jurisdiction. And yeah, I know he's there, this hearing is about the fact that it's being operated as a contractor's yard, but given that you are also in zoning, it would behoove you to not be aware that, that it appears as though, that building where the work has been being done without a permit is being turned into a multi-unit dwelling.
Have you made a complaint about that? I only have what people complain about. I go looking for problems.
Well, we've been, we've been in this email chain with John, and it has been brought up to him, but but nothing formal has been filed.
All right, well, you may want to consider that, so it just starts getting through the chain of command and gets on the records. So
And who should we direct that to?
You can direct that to me, but if you email John, it will advise you, it will provide my email address.
Okay,
You can find me on the website as well. I'm Tammy Malvado, zoning enforcement officer. But
okay,
I would note, we would need the plans to see what they're proposing there. It's one thing to see family members coming in and out, I'm sorry, you didn't say family members, folks coming in and out. You said it's a AAA zone, which is correct, it's a single family only. However, they do have the potential to possibly create an additional unit in the manifestation of an accessory dwelling unit. So that could be potentially, if they could meet the requirements within the structure, or they could even possibly construct a detached accessory dwelling unit. That's now allowed in all zones. That was this recent text amendment in September. So just something to be aware of. So they may have another unit. We won't know until they present us with their plans, what their goal is there. But they may have a recourse to have a legal accessory dwelling unit, just so you're aware of that, okay?
just one or multiple?
No, you can only have, the primary use has to be for a single family residence, and then you can potentially, if you can meet all the requirements of an accessory dwelling unit, you can have one ADU, accessory dwelling unit.
Okay, but again, all of this would have to be filed, they would have to file permits for all of this to happen, which again, we're still waiting on many months down the road.
So, I mean, we would have an expectation that those plans would be coming soon.
You on Bumblebee Lane, is that where you are?
Yes, directly adjacent to 291. Our property is on the corner of Chestnut Hill and Bumblebee.
I don't know if you know the history here, but
A little bit.
not that I started in June with $1,000 fine and put a $5,000 contingent fine for progress. Of August, there was no progress, so I made the $6,000 fine no longer contingent, and I put a $10,000 contingent fine. So that's where we are right now. He's got a $6,000 fine, a $10,000 contingent fine, and he hasn't done anything. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So now, this is all I can do is keep finding him. All right, let's. Okay. So now I want to, contestants here. Okay.
I believe another person would like to speak
Oh,
as
I'm
well.
sorry, everybody's got the right to speak.
Sorry. Yeah.
Chris?
Hi. Hi, how's it going? Yes, my name's Chris Shimko. So I just want to echo what Dolly's been saying. The biggest problem is, okay, the excavator that they showed a picture of, that's been there for 4+ months and has not moved. The other thing is he continually does work without permits. And when we say we're not sure if there's families living there, their kids are now going to the kids that have moved into that apartment are now going to my kid's school. So there's definitely other families living in there. They have dogs running around. I sent John Hayducky pictures of 8+ vehicles being parked in their driveway every morning, 3 of them being work trucks. So again, it hasn't been 2 years, but it's been the 2 years since we raised this. It's been since last November. and they haven't stopped parking vehicles in the yard. So I guess we're adding fines, but we're not seeing any movement. So it's a little concerning, and I understand we had to go through all the protocols, but I've asked John several times on email, like, how do we find out, is it residential zoning? Is that apartment illegal? And the fact that it hasn't gotten to you, I'm sorry, was it Tammy? I missed the
Tammy,
name.
that's right.
That's concerning too. Like we're going through 4 different departments and nobody's talking to each other. And there's just one property that is derelict and bringing down the whole neighborhood and basically going against all our policy and laws and building and zoning codes. So it's just a big concern there.
Understood. Chris, I had a little difficulty. It was, the call was a little broken up, but I think essentially you're concerned regarding, potential number of units. And then what you cited, sounds like blight issues. So that's, I mean, the building department is aware. I'm assuming they posted to cease work. Because, you have to have work without permits. Zoning can only enforce what's under our purview, which is, again, we certainly want to know what the use is there, and they need permits as well, along with their building permits. You mentioned some blight issues, that's under a different department. As far as progress, or we're doing, that's what we're doing now. We're meeting once again. The hearing officer is here. He can decide to add additional fines for these property owners.
I also guess, I guess I sat through that one person that had one extra car. What about the 8 cars, 3 or 4 being commercial vehicles?
So you're only allowed 1 commercial vehicle on the property under 1 ton. I didn't see that was a part of that, again, I'm kind of jumping in here. I didn't see that as part of the original violation. So
That should have been part of the original violation. That's what started the violations after blight.
You said the blight?
No, first was the blight issue from previous owners.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they were parking multiple vehicles for their business,
Yeah,
and then
well,
storing multiple stuff for their business.
yeah, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should revise that to say that would be, under, if they've got commercial vehicle. I mean, we saw a photo evidence recently of that excavator. So that's certainly prohibited. You can't operate a commercial business out of there. If he's got associated trucks for his workers showing up, that would be a problem as well. So.
But again, this is a concern I have, is because the commercial vehicles has been a major part of this for 9 months now, and it doesn't sound like you're aware of that. And
No,
I
sorry, I corrected myself.
with the
No,
person,
I
but-
corrected myself and said that there were commercial contractors, equipment or trucks, vehicles, whatever you want to. He just didn't get it, though. He, meaning John Hayduggy, didn't have any additional photos. So maybe when he went out.
Yeah,
they weren't
so
there.
I'll send them to you, which I sent to John 3 weeks ago.
Right, but
So-
it's, I think I was unclear. It's still under the same, that those trucks would be associated with that prohibited commercial activity. So it's not that we're not aware of it. So,
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that.
yeah, sorry, I wasn't very clear, and I apologize. I had some difficulty, understanding via the Zoom.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the connection. I'm sorry. about
Okay, not your fault. Yeah.
that.
So we're still, we're on the same page. All I've got here is he's operating a contractor's business or storage. It's the only thing in front of me that I have any authority over.
Right.
Now, I do have here that the building official, he met with the property owner, the property informed the building official, an architect has been obtained. What does that mean? Did he just say, oh, I got an architect or
Probably.
facility
That's my
official?
guess. That's my best guess, because I don't think they would need to show evidence, so at least to the building
Preparing to
department.
start. All right, well. I'm not sure what to do. If he actually did some work, I wouldn't be as harsh as if he didn't. He's underway, that's all I want to do, that's all I can. Violation continues, but architect underway, I'm gonna write maybe. That's all I can do, because I don't have evidence.
Right.
So now I had a $10,000 contingent fine. So I'm going to do this. We still have a $6,000 assessed fund. We're gonna raise the contingent fund. Because in case he's actually done a lot of work, I don't wanna have made it non-contingent. Contingent fine now, $15,000. It'll get to a point where it'll be cheaper to get the work done
Right.
than to keep doing this. So I'm gonna continue it. If nothing has happened, at 15,000 will be the full fine. And if this convinces me there's progress, we can talk about that. How much time do you want? Where's your application? December 4th, we recommend.
December 14th. Sorry. December.
Let me check that I have the calendar. December 14th is. Yeah, so I can, okay. Continued. So the 12, 14, 22, and I need notice. Okay, in case he walks in here with an architect and everything's all done. Different attitude than if nothing's happened and he's lying about the art.
And that notice is Peter Bond, right? We don't require. You said you notice, you're talking about having Peter Bondi give him the notice that the next hearing was December 14th.
You can give him a green card, but if it doesn't come back, then you don't have notice. So in a situation this serious, I think I'd make sure he gets notice. Anything else from anyone here? This matter? Any questions? Okay, thank you for attending. Next. 1 and 2. Still got 3 left out of 7.
So want to go to 118 Lexington?
118 Lexington, let's bring up 118 Lexington, nobody else is here, no one's out there, it should go fast. Here's your, this is one of these people.
Yes, thank you.
Actually, much more.
I've never.
Especially in this condition. Sorry. 18. Is a bit of a before. All right, so next item, or well, the item we're referring to on the agenda next is 118 Lexington Avenue. This is a additional carryover from previous hearing of August 30th, 2022.
Well,
Is this the old one?
one. These people.
Or
Well, no, we didn't do October 12th. so
right, so
maybe not.
here's our. Yeah, so next, if you can scroll on the screen, you can show that we. Keep going, please. We sent, John Hayduck, sent notice on October 18th of the citation hearing that would be scheduled for today, October 26th. And here is constable's confirmation.
Okay, so we have those.
Yes. So this item has some history going back to April 1st of this year, and now. So we actually had received a permit. However, they've asked for a continuation, a permit to revert 4-family to 2-family, to bring the property into compliance. However, now they've asked for a continuation to allow them to finish the work, and they're actually going to do some additional work, which is regarding the porch. So, yeah, he's looking for some additional time.
Okay, so
If I wasn't clear, he has both. If we scroll down, the homeowner obtained both zoning and building permits to legalize and restore the property to its legal two-family use. If you want to keep scrolling, you can see there's even building inspectors have been out there to check some of the work. So the work has already been begun.
Okay, so he's underway.
He's underway. It's much more
Close the
concise than
front
saying.
door. Okay, that's. He's doing pretty reasonable progress, so we will just continue him. Relation continues. Reasonable. Trying to write this so somebody can read it, like me next time. I can't read it. There is no progress underway, no fine at this time. Continue to. They want to continue to the earliest of December 14th hearing, why is this that? Okay. This is October. This one. So we could continue it to January if you're saying it needs that much time. Well, why don't we continue it to December 14th is what he's recommending.
Okay.
And we'll see what's going on. If it comes in with lots of progress and lots of continuation, just give us.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks. Going right along now. Good. Martin Luther King, 349.
Then can we bring up 349 Martin Luther King, please? All right, we're gonna pause for just a moment, but the Zoom will stay, continue to run.
Okay.
Thank you. Pause it. Was it?
Do you want me to pause it?
I'm not handling this situation.
I
I'm not sure what.
think I can pause it.
You shot. Okay, so we're just resuming. We took a momentary pause.
Let's open it up. It should be paused.
Yeah,
Future reference.
so this, if we could bring up 349 Martin Luther King. This is a once again continued item that appeared in September 21st at the last citation hearing. It was continued.
Oh, you want to go?
We
Up or
go
down?
to, I'm sorry, to the next page, yeah. Yeah, sorry. So findings here show the assessed fines, and then again, continued to October 12th, which was subsequently canceled and now appearing on October 26th. Deputy zoning inspector sent the notice of the new citation hearing date via Constable Bondi. And there's the, the next page shows the letter sent to the property owner, and then the subsequent page. Or that's it, but we're good there. Yep, sorry. And then this is Constable Bondi's confirmation that he delivered.
Okay, so we have notice.
We have notice.
Moving on.
So this is a long history of operating a contractor's yard, and they're not supposed to be at this location. John has asked that the maximum fine be assessed, whatever that may be possible.
So we have
We have,
recent evidence.
yep, we have recent evidence, we have photo evidence
Let's get
here.
it on the record.
Yep, and that's, so September 21st, Several photos indicate continued and ongoing. We just can scroll slowly down. See the processing material there, moving material, and then active equipment here. He's just showing piles here, so kind of behind that fence, behind that fence are depicted piles of, contractor material. Same thing there. This was the first one. Gives us some more piles and active trucks, active machinery. Oops. Then he went again. If we keep going down, Deputy Zoning Inspector John Hayduggy visited the site again on October 21st, providing additional photo evidence of continued and ongoing contractors' activity. But
Okay, on with these as full exhibits, hearing no objection. Okay, so now all we have to, no, I'm looking for this.
oh, sorry.
Let me read this now. So be fine. It's not gonna happen with me.
This is the repeat.
Owner, is this the owner doing this or a tenant that is doing this? Do you know?
Maybe decipher that from. It is the owner.
Okay. '21, June. So August 1. We had it here. We have this thing from the August 1 hearing. Let's see what I did there.
It's actually about seconds that.
Yes. August 21. $7,500 fine, which was non-contingent. apparently.
That's what the staff member said as well.
That's your recommendation. Continue to. Okay. Violation. Continues. Base. Increased.
And 14, 12, 14.
Mhm.
Oh, I should state for the Zoom record, we didn't have any one attending for this, and property owner did not attend, even though they were noticed.
I know.
Sure. Got it.
Let's move apart.
Right, so I'll get that in now, and then our last item is Lars. Correct. So for a Lars Street is a continuation from August 30th hearing.
They were here then.
Make no progress.
Wait a minute. No response from her. It says they were here.
Oh, is that right? Did we do the right one? Yeah, that's Laura. Yeah.
I check off the wrong box.
I thought contestant means they come. Am I wrong?
Yeah, they were. But it said, if I read this, it looks like they weren't here.
Oh.
So it looks like I might have checked the wrong box. Well, let's see where we are.
Okay. So we scroll along. So this is the previous notation regarding the findings from the previous hearing. It was continued to October 12th, which again was a canceled meeting, and rescheduled for October 26th, which is today. And subsequent page shows the notice of the citation hearing date of October 26th. And that was delivered by constable service, sorry, yeah. And then there's the constable's confirmation.
Okay, so. Let me look at the history first. I was just. Wonder.
So
First mistake I ever made. Okay, so, so what's going on? Anything?
well, the requirement was that they obtain permits. They still haven't obtained permits. They haven't indicated that they've resolved the issue, which is reducing the amount of units.
Haven't done anything.
So they haven't done it
There's nothing for you to do to go take pictures of it.
correct, because it's an interior.
Okay, so. In the decision form. This one I'll check the right box. Relation. 3,000 fine. So when are we continuing this to?
We've asked if you continue to December 14th.
Okay. $6,000 fine. Says to pay in addition.
12, 14.
Ow. I hate to double.
That concludes the city's business.
And we have anything else to say? We're done here.
Think
Thank
about
you
it,
for your attendance and your quiet cooperation. So I will keep this and we keep these. Go off the air.
So we'll be
Yep.
closing, we're closing out the meeting. Business is done for the day. Thank you.